and welcome to Karen's Kitchen. Today we're going to take advantage of the wonderful peaches that are available, and we're going to make a quick and easy peach salsa. So let's get started. I'm going to first go over the ingredients with you. I have a red bell pepper chopped, that's a half a cup. I have a red onion chopped, that's a half a cup. We'll go through the jalapeno. This one's already seeded and deveined. Chopped tomatoes, cilantro, peaches, lime, salt, and peaches that are already cut up. So this is more of an assembly, but let's get started. I'm going to put on some kitchen gloves to cut the jalapeno because I'm a little afraid of touching the jalapeno without being covered. I've gotten little topical burns before from peppers, so it scares me a little bit. So I always use kitchen gloves for that. So I've already cut this jalapeno open, and I've already taken the membrane out and the seeds. If you want more heat, leave the membrane in and leave the seeds in. But if you don't want it quite so hot, then just leave it out. So I'm just gonna cut it into small pieces, and then we're gonna start assembling things together. It's a little tricky to do with these gloves on, actually. We're just gonna cut it up and put it in. Any of the ingredients that you see here, if you don't like something, don't put it in. I've told you many, many times that I don't eat raw onions, so I'm gonna take some out for myself with no onions. And my husband is not a fan of cilantro, so I'm gonna take some out for him without the cilantro. So I'm gonna just chop it a little bit, give it a little fine chop, so it's not too big of pieces. So this is half of a jalapeno, and I think that's probably going to be enough for our dish today. So what I have so far in this bowl is about 6 peaches. It's about 3 cups. What you want to keep in mind is that you have the right ratios so that you have twice as many peaches as you have tomatoes. Again, if you don't like tomatoes, leave them out. You're not going to leave the peaches out of peach salsa, or it's just salsa. So let's get started. So what we've got here is all the peaches, and I'm gonna put some in a separate bowl over here, so we're gonna be using both. So I'm gonna take some of these peaches out, and I'm gonna line this up kind of almost like a Cobb salad with the peaches, and then I'll mix them all together. So I've got the peaches, I've got your chopped tomatoes, so I'm gonna take some out for this little bowl over here. And then I'll put the rest in here. One thing I forgot to mention is I did peel these peaches, but I also have some peaches that are not peeled, and you do not have to peel them, or you can do it half and half, again, however you like it. So this is a half a cup of chopped red onion. Just gonna put all of that into this one, because my husband does like that, so I'm gonna leave that there. The red bell peppers, this is a half a cup, so I'm gonna take a little bit out for this bowl, and put the rest in this bowl. And then I'm gonna do the cilantro. I'm gonna use my little herb scissors that I love. I'm ready to take my gloves off because they're hard for me to work with. So I'm gonna take those off now. And I'm gonna put the cilantro. I'm gonna put that in mine because my husband doesn't like it in his. But I'm gonna put that over here, and I'm just gonna use my little herb scissors and just cut it up. And you certainly could use parsley if you don't like cilantro, but cilantro really gives it a nice flavor. I love cilantro, but it's one of those kind of flavors that you like it or you don't. I don't think there's too much middle of the road with cilantro. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is the jalapenos. I'm going to put the jalapenos in, mostly in his, and a little bit in mine. And again, if you like it hot, just add more jalapeno. I'll probably end up adding more jalapeno to his. Limes, that's your next ingredient, and it's just super easy. You know, I love my little squeezer, so I'm gonna use that. And you're gonna probably use all 3 of the limes. So I'm just gonna put it in, and I might have to cut that one, it's kind of big. This is basically your dressing is basically the juice from the lime, the juice from the peaches, and the juice from the tomatoes. So just so that you can, basically you can mix it around and it's liquidy because you're gonna get more liquid coming out of your peaches as they sit there. This is a fresh salsa, so it's not gonna last very long. It probably won't last very long anyway because it's delicious. But this isn't something that that stays for days. You can leave it in your refrigerator for a couple of days, but if you're planning on keeping it for a long time, you probably need to can it, okay? So this is 1 complete lime, and that's probably about 3 tablespoons. So if you don't want to use a fresh lime and you just want to get the lime juice, you can certainly do that. So I'm going to put some on mine here. I don't have quite as much, so I'm probably not going to do as much because mine's a little bit smaller version. Probably a half a lime. At the end, I'm going to mix it up a little bit, toss it around, and then I'm going to add just a little sprinkle of salt at the end because whenever you put salt on things that are sweet, it makes it taste a little bit sweeter, and this is kind of a combination sweet and savory dish. So it's both. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the tomatoes because it looks like I took some out that wasn't quite enough. So now it looks like we've got the right ratios. Again, you want about twice as many peaches as you have tomatoes. And it's just a nice fresh salsa. You can use this just on chips. You can use it on a plate, on a bed of arugula, or you can use it for fish or chicken. It's a very versatile topping and it's yummy and delicious. And it's, oops, I didn't get any for me. And it kind of screams summer to you. And there you go. Thanks for coming to Karen's Kitchen. I'll see you next time. Bye. Enjoy.